What's up, YouTube? Video number 7 now. Whoa. All week. What? Yeah. Um, I feel like I should start doing this at a different time of day because I'm always really tired and I'm not looking my best. Maybe as I sort of get some of this Kalego stuff through, um, that'll change. I had a crumb or something. Sorry. Well, that happened. I feel like I still have something. All right, maybe it's just light. I'm sorry. Obviously, I distracted pretty easily. Uh, oh man. Um, and I love that. Ha! There it is. There it is. Okay. Um, so I don't usually plan these because I feel like I want to. Not I feel like, but I want to stay in my heart when I'm doing these. I don't know if I've been 100% successful thus far doing that, but that's the goal. Um, so that's why there's kind of there's like I have no idea what I'm gonna say, and everything's a little bit staccato is the word I'm thinking. That's not the right word, but kind of broken, and I don't. It's clear I don't know what I'm going to say. Um, but I guess today I'm kind of debating at the moment. Do I want to Kylego because I actually haven't done one today, um, or do I want to talk about some cool stuff that happened today? Um, I think I'm going to talk about the cool stuff, and maybe I'll Kylego anyway. Toward the end of the video. Um, so cool thing that I won't say it happened, but a choice I made that was cool. So I didn't end up going to the gym to train today. But what I did do is I went outside on my driveway and I just did lunges on my driveway. And it was actually pretty difficult because I had a lot of muscle imbalances and some tightness in my body before. And something I noticed actually in the last few weeks, not just, or actually a little bit before, I watched Kyle Cease's um, limitation game. Um, but even just like a little bit before that, I a lot of those muscle imbalances and tightness and things actually started to sort of release. But what I realized a lot of it was like emotional shit. So as I started to release some of my emotional baggage, I actually I had been using the Lefko method. If you're not familiar, it's a method of eliminating limiting beliefs. So I'd already started actually eliminating some of these limiting beliefs, and I think actually eliminating those beliefs helped me to actually get enough courage to even buy Kyle's program. Even though, to be honest, I didn't really think much of it. I just was like, oh, well, maybe this guy will, help or whatever. He's some weird comedian or whatever. Like, yeah, right. Maybe I'll get some shit out of this or whatever. Because I don't want to say he doesn't seem professional, but I guess because he's got the jokiness about him, or at least that's what he showed in some of the Facebook stuff that I actually saw and was like, oh, well, let me try this guy out. But then it was $10, so I was like, well, fuck it, whatever. If it sucks, and it's what do I lose? $10, fuck it, whatever. I spent more on that a month paying. I pay Mindvalley $30 a month to be a part of their not their team, I won't say, but their program and stuff. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'd almost forgotten a couple days ago that I am starting a quest with Mindvalley tomorrow. Tomorrow is June 10th. 11th, 10th. It's Monday. It's Monday and it's June. Uh, it's the second Monday in June. I I don't know what day it is. I know today is Sunday, and tomorrow is Monday, and tomorrow that my quest begins. Mind Valley calls some of their long term or some of their training programs quests because they're like you go step by step for like 30 days and you learn whatever it is. So in this case, it's actually like speed learning, like methods of learning information, like expanding your brain and using your brain to its fullest potential. Um, so a lot of that for me was like I wanted to learn a lot of like business type stuff because I knew I wanted to open or not open business, but I wanted to actually start some businesses. Now I'm kind of thinking after listening to Kyle, I'm like, do I really need this program now? Like, do I need this quest at all? Like, I don't know if it feels right. But then I spent the money on it, so that there's a part of me that's like, well, maybe I'll find value in it at the very least. Um, but it doesn't quite. I guess it just doesn't quite sit with my heart at the moment. I don't know. I feel like I feel like if it were legitimately part of my heart, it would be something that I remembered more vividly. Like there wouldn't be like my it wouldn't be able to push itself out. Like bodybuilding for me was always it was that thing that's kind of stuck in my craw, so to speak. Sorry if that seems crude, um, but it was always something that was like just always there. So there was never this sense of like I don't know if I want to get big and build muscle. Like there was never a time where I thought, oh, well, I don't want to do that. There was a time where I was kind of confused between whether I wanted that or whether I wanted a guy like that, whether I wanted a man who had big muscles and whether I was attracted to that, or whether I wanted the muscle myself. And then I kind of I think I came to a realization maybe that I wanted both. And then now I'm kind of feeling like, well, I don't really give a shit either way. I feel well. It's not that I don't give a shit. It's that now I'm not necessarily looking for either one. Um, and I guess that's the trick. And I was talking last night about meeting John at the gay bar Rocks in Albany yesterday. This was Saturday afternoon. Um, and how he was basically fucking hitting really hard on me. He actually invited me to dinner at his house this coming Friday, which I think I still might go. Um, Not as like a date thing, and I was pretty clear. I was like, look, I'm not into you like that, but I don't have many friends, and who's friends are friends, right? Friends can be in any age and all that. So, but I think I have to kind of draw the line. But what I'm feeling in my heart is I definitely have to draw the line with this guy and say, look, if you want more than this, then be honest with yourself and say you want more than being friends, and then we can just kind of go our separate ways and be cool. Otherwise, like, we could be friends, but it has to be like it can only be that. Like, I gotta be honest. I don't want you. It's not personal. It's just I know what I want, and it's not you. That sounds bad, right? I don't know. I feel like that sounds like I don't know, but it's not though. It's not. So shut up, ego, dick. Jeez. Ah. Ooh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts so bad. It feels weird. I get this like a lot of physical pain, but it's just like this like I don't know what it is, but it's like like just this discomfort in my chest of like the breathing gets kind of rough, and it's like it feels like it feels almost like if you were like holding your breath underwater and then you come up for air and you're like that's what it feels like when I get that weird discomfort. It kind of almost feels that way. I just felt like, oh no, don't. Okay, okay, what's that? This feels weird. right? So that yeah. Um, so yeah. So as I was saying, I know that John's not he's not the one. Um, but going back to my point for today's talk, if you will, the today's talk is about sex and love and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. But no, but what I'm realizing is that all I really need to do is love me and let that love kind of work its way out and work its way up out of me. And then as that happens, then all I really need is just sit and do me and then let him kind of show up. Let the guy, whoever that guy is, let him show up. And know that it's not going to come from a place of head, and it's not going to come from a place of lust. It's not going to come and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there may not be a physical attraction there. I'm just saying there's that's not, when I really think about it, that's not what I really want in a relationship. What do you want in a relationship, Jason? I'm glad you asked. So what am I looking for in a relationship? This is gonna be weird, but I want a guy who trains with weights. I want a guy who lifts weights. Not because of the body stuff, but because I want to share that. Because as I said, like lifting weights for me is like a zen place. It's like a heart place that I can get really, really zen and very focused and be like, okay, this is like I feel a peace there for some reason. Not necessarily in a gym in particular, but just lift like moving my body, moving my muscles. Which is why today when I did those lunges, it was actually like that was one of the best freaking training sessions I've ever had, and literally all I did was lunges. That's not true. I did a couple sets of push-ups, but I wasn't really into it. I think I got in my head a little bit, and I was like, oh, I should do a little more than just lunges. But I would have been good with just the lunges, truthfully. Um, and they felt pretty fucking awesome. I felt really strong. Even though I didn't do as much as I wanted to do or would have liked to have done. Like I would have liked to have done a lot more. Just like in terms of like the accomplishment level. Sorry, my back is itchy. Um, I would have liked to have accomplished more, but yeah, but I didn't. But I didn't. I didn't, and I love that. I love that I didn't really accomplish as much as I thought I would want to accomplish in that moment. But yet I still had one of the best training sessions I ever had in my life. Um, so that was good. Um, but yeah, in terms of a love relationship, um, a person that I would want to be with is somebody who trains with weights, somebody who lifts weights, um, someone who wants to be a father, or rather, who I guess is a father. Truthfully, not someone who has children currently. I mean, but someone who, like me, is a father at heart and wants to raise kids. Because I definitely want to raise kids. Um, I'd like to adopt, even though my ego says I should want my own children, biological children, and maybe that'll come at some point. I don't know, but um, that's where my heart is right now. My heart wants to marry a man, marry him. Not because of any like religious thing of being married, but just partly the benefits, like the legal aspect of it, right? But then I like the idea of kind of standing up in front of people and saying, look, I'm committed to this person. I'm committed to building a life with this person, not loving forever and that frou-frou, oh wow, love is amazing and all. I mean, don't get me wrong, love is amazing, but I'm just saying like that whole like romantic love is forever kind of bullshit stuff, where in my mind love is a choice. So you choose to love that person, and by choosing to love, you choosing to create a life together. Like you don't need each other, because realistically I could build a life by myself. I could do it myself. I really could. I have enough strength and power in myself. I've learned that in this last week or so. I've learned I have enough strength and power. I can do anything I want by myself. I don't need anybody else, but I want someone else. You know, I want someone there, um, to help me, and I want to help them build their dream. And I kind of feel like inevitably, whoever I build my dreams with, or whoever helped me build my dreams and vice versa, right? That person is probably going to have some very congruent dreams. And in that, I'm almost imagining, and it seems in my brain says it's impossible. My ego says, nah, this ain't gonna happen. That's just stupid. That's fucking dumb. But my heart is like, he's basically gonna have the same goals as me in terms of like all the businesses that I want to start and things like that. He's gonna be like, yeah, I like this. Let's do this, right? And I'm not saying he's just gonna jump on board on the stuff that I'm doing. Sorry, excuse me. I'm saying that essentially we're we're gonna start like comparing notes on our dreams and be like, holy shit, like, oh, you want to do this, and oh, look at that thing. Oh, you're basically doing the same thing I'm doing, but like, oh, you've got this, and oh, look at me, look at this. Not me, what I have, but you know what I'm saying. Like, we're comparing notes, and the notes are basically the same, but have some differences, right? Okay, you get it. Okay, you get it, right? You do get it, right? Okay. Uh, so that's the second criterion of the criteria. Um, and sort of the or no, that was the third. That was the third. So the first is training with weights, and the second is he wants to be a father, and the third he has similar. He wants to build the businesses and build a life in the same way that I want to live, build my life. That was actually the third thing. It kind of got twisted into the husband thing, but that's all together. So those are the three things. After that, what he looks like, what color his skin is, how tall he is, how much muscle he's built up to now, all that stuff, like all the stuff that my ego is like, oh, I want to find this guy and be really attracted to him. None of that stuff really matters as much. I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't. There's still not a part of me that's like, yeah, I want like a 6'4" fucking bodybuilder type fucking like huge penis fucking dude. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie about that, but I mean, if that is like, if all the stuff is like matches that body, then fucking sign me up. Oh, oh, you see, that's my heart right there. That's all that giggly, weird girliness. That's yeah, that's. uh, um. So yeah, that's my love space, or well, that's like my romantic love space. Love. Um. I don't know. I guess that was the video today because I can't think of anything else to talk about. And I'm not going to sit here and waste all your time. It's not a waste of your time. If you thought you were wasting your time, you wouldn't be watching this video at all anyway. So, whatever. Gosh, 18 minutes. Holy crap. Holy crap, this video's so long. Are you still watching it? Why are you still watching it? It's 20 minutes long. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm really just vamping because of time now. So I'm gonna sign off. Um, I forgot my sign off. What? Oh, I love you. Good night.